something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the ocean. I had a in my shoulder. You got a vision. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man. Who's you?
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action. We welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Oakland Raiders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. A second nice move, a spin. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start.
Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, when you think of these two teams, two franchises, Baltimore and Oakland, Charles, what comes to mind?
Well, the ghost to the post in the late 1970s, but remember, that was the Baltimore Colts who are now in Indianapolis. These are the Ravens who came from Cleveland and formerly were the Browns.
They also have some history, though. The Ravens, between these two teams, won an AFC championship game in 2001. Also beat a Derek Carless Raiders 30-17 in Oakland a year ago. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. There he goes inside the 30. 20! And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And I want to give the big guy some credit because he deserves it, but where was the defense there? Because he's not a burner.
I think they fooled him big time by handing him the football. It's not normal for him to touch it very often on a running play. I think the defense was just ill-prepared for that eventuality.
Extra point forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Coming off a Pro Bowl in 2017 is Landon Collins, who was an All-Pro 2 years ago and got many votes for NFL Defensive Player of the Year. This is a guy that we know is what we call a box safety, almost like an extra linebacker in his ability to tackle and hit. But his coverage ability as a safety has improved since he's been in the league, and his ball hawking is getting better each and every year.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Extra point attempt to come here. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. He's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
3 down. 319. 319.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
319.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short. Bring up.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. But he will not make the 1st down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 12 yards is the pickup there, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in 3rd and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a 1st down. How about that call on 2nd down? The big man puts them in position to make it 3rd and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a 2nd chance at it to try and pick up the 1st down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Brady. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders have recovered. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. Tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I get the thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Well, they're holding their breath right now. That's Aaron Rodgers shaken up on the play. Still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. An update from Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
20.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Usually the big fella's a blocker, a lead back, but he gets the ball on 1st down. What a surprise for everyone. And as a former safety, if he breaks into the secondary and you see him coming, you just know that's a whole lot of man you've got to deal with now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Wait, 20.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That guy's going to want the football a whole lot more. I'd hate to be the offensive coordinator now because all he's going to say is, how come I'm not touching it more? Did you see me out there moving around, wiggling, and making it happen? Give me the ball, coach.
Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On the give, this is their fullback. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30, the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return. And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position. I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. Here's Campbell, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Owens. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. And Epps hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the Raiders have recovered.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a carry here for their fullback. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's tough duty for a strong safety because truly he's a hybrid-type player. A pass defender, which makes him more of a defensive back, but really his tackling ability is like a linebacker. So they don't mind coming up and taking those guys on, but that's a tough task there.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now a play fake. Brady. Catch here, left side, Thomas. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
On second down, here's Brady. And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down to the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll run it here. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Rodgers now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
20.
Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Brady now to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Brady going to throw. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So out come the Raiders, and we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down. Brady throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, 20, 80, 10.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
20.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And got his man complete. Stephon Diggs. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. On 1st down, Brady bringing it in. Jackson left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
White 20! 20!
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
20!
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
And he'll will take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So this drive spans 7 plays. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Brady, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady, he gets it to Thomas. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Here's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 48. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your court? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
319! 319!
On second down, here's Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Rodgers now to throw on second down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away. But oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Owens. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
319!
Now Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
319!
On the handoff, here's Campbell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
That's fine. Yeah.
Again, they run with Campbell. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
319!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Brady now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Throwing is Brady on third down, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now Rodgers looking to throw on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers now on first down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Rodgers now on first down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. Johnson with a completion over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
58.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. The numbers tell the story, not the best start, but it's not often how you start, it's how you finish, and since that start, he's been good.
Can you just imagine what was going on in the locker room with the defensive coordinator? Because things were working so well. His game plan was in effect. They were holding him down. He was off his game. But you just know that he was nervous at halftime because you don't hold a guy like that down for very long. And in this case, his fears were realized.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
319.
Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's able to find Diggs. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Go, hey, let's go, come on.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he's got Shockey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Owens. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throws right side, and that's complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
319. 319.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Owens. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Rodgers again now. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
20.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he powers his way up past the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
20.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Oh, what a move. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now here come the Ravens. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the spike will come with 34 seconds to go. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Try and get it all back with 1 big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still 3rd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. And again, it's Rodgers. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders are going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Raiders, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.